Am I just overthinking regarding my wife? Me and my wife were college sweethearts and got married 3 years ago. Since more than 1 year now, we have been living separately. We had certain issues with regards to money in my family. We really loved each other, however, I realized that resolving anything with her was impossible. We have been having the same fight since 3 years. She would complain that we don't have a lifestyle we should, haven't done enough shopping for her and she deserves better. And this would be accompanied by an example of how her colleague, friend or some random dude on Instagram does these things for his wife. I would say that we could do all of that if she would share some expenses, we both earn equally. She would say that she is saving money for future, I can do all of that if I didn't send money to my parents. I would say that I have to do it, it's my responsibility. She would respond that your parents have created this burden of loan for you and everyone's parents educate their kids, but don't expect back and so on and on. Basically, every fight would become about my parents. I stopped visiting my family and talking to them in front of her for a year, but this didn't stop. Finally we had a fight, and she went to her home. In that fight she repeated the same things she used to say to me for a long time, I don't deserve her, she deserves someone better, I couldn't have found a girl like her in arranged marriage and so on. While she was at her home, my message went unanswered and my parents' calls were not picked up by her. I was livid so I didn't call for a few months. She came back to the same city later and I didn't know she was back for 2 to 3 months. She has been living in a co-living PG for a year now. We have met a couple of times, talked on phone but there has been no progress. She isn't ready for couples counseling. We continue having the same arguments and are at the brink of divorce I filed a month ago but still cling to hope. Every time I've met her I have walked away feeling like shit. Now after a year I think I realize why this might be the case. She always made me feel like she had options. First time I met her she went on and on about how happy she is in the PG and such great friends she has. Guys she didn't even know went out of their way to help her settle in. I was not sleeping well and smoking too much so I probably looked like shit. She looks at me and tells me Key you look so miserable while she's so happy. Next time we met she tells me how a husband should treat her wife and how I lacked. Then she tells me that I am not the only man in this world, there are many better men. Another time she tells me that she has had many chances in the last 1 year but she has still stayed loyal to me. I can't help but think that she is not willing to resolve things, develop understanding, make compromises and mend this marriage because she thinks she already has some options lined up. To be fair I don't think she is sleeping with anyone but she might be finding emotional solace in some guy. She is good looking so pretty sure that some guy has a crush on her and would be flirting. I guess this is natural since their group of friends would be spending weekends and a lot of time together, but I can't help but feeling betrayed. Over the past year I did everything I could but she wouldn't walk a single step or make any compromises at all. She wants the marriage but on her terms. And now I feel that this was because she has emotional support and security of future and that is why she is willing to risk this 7-year relationship and a 3-year marriage. Even at this stage it's me who always calls her and never the other way round. We haven't been able to resolve anything because she is harsh with words and never apologized. I am tortured by the fact that she might be cheating on me. I don't know what to do. I don't want a divorce but she is not willing to agree on the basic things. When I imagine her taking evening walks with some guy, like she used to with me and being intimate I feel like burning the PG she lives into the ground. Please tell me how to deal with this.